Hello, darling viewers. We are here again, and it's 2025. We're back. EthicsPod is back,
Why are you
and
so excited?
I'm
Calm
always
down.
excited to be here. Are you not excited to see our viewers? It's another year, and we are here again.
Okay.
Lola, how are you feeling this year now?
I'm alright. I'm good. I'm good. 2025 is starting. It's not starting as fast as I expected it
You
to.
want it to be fast? Where are you rushing to?
No, by now I thought I'd have built my house in Metama.
Oh my God! You wanted to build your house. You just wanted to start 2025. You have your goals, so you're part of those new resolution people.
No, we reached a resolution in the mud. Last year I was like, I want to do this. I want to do that.
How many did you do?
No.
I actually believe that there are people that set their minds to it and they do it though. Those ones are superhumans, but me, I don't even do resolutions. Any vibes and inshallah, we move.
You go with the flow, yeah?
I tell you.
Anyways, it's amazing to be here. Audience, don't mind me. Like, I'm happy to see you guys. I know you're happy to see me, and if you're not happy to see me, too bad. I mean, your faces, I'm not going anywhere. We are not going anywhere. Welcome to EthicsPod 2025.
Yep. First episode of 2025. We're super excited.
What do you think about last year, like? How was it for you?
Last year was like a learning, will I say curve? I can't call it curve. It was a learning process. Very interesting, it was full of learning. Like we learned every episode was like one thing or the other. And I think we're ready to do better this year. Are we?
We are ready. I mean, the spirit is willing. The spirit is willing to do better. We have to do better. We owe it to you guys to do better. But
yes,
at the same time, we're still going to make mistakes. We're still
please.
going to learn.
And you will accept those mistakes with us. Yes, you have to.
Accept the mistakes. But also, we encourage you to, subscribe, like, share, comment. Let's know what you want. Like, for instance, if you want us to come and, damage where somebody's agbada, reach out to me. I'll give you my.
No, I should have a clown outfit.
My Instagram, is how do those YouTubers do? Is
here.
Do you get? Let me know. DM me. And would work on it. But
yeah, I'll definitely do
so
better.
far so good. I mean, for me last year, like you said, it was a learning curve. But also, I think what stood out for me is how different it is to work on a creative process in the kind of industry that we work in.
Yes. I think that was the most challenging part for me because we are, as creatives in the outside world, you're used to working with no limits, no walls whatsoever. But we hear there are certain processes, there are certain things, there are certain, I don't know, boundaries. You can't cross, you can't do this, you can't do this. I think that was the most challenging thing for me.
If you cross it, though?
I don't want to find out though.
but last year, I mean, we did 5 episodes.
Yes.
For me, which one was your standout moment?
For me, standout moment was the Sierra Leonean Anti-Corruption Commissioner. Yes, Mr. Kaifala. Yes, it was really, really interesting because we had so much to talk about. It was conversational. I think that was what, and I think second position. Should we rate it 1 to top 3?
Okay, top three. So my top 3, I loved Joaba's one. I loved it.
Yeah,
I think for me
that
was the one that really set us up. We were at ease. We kind of flowed into it. It made Mr. Kaifala's one
easier. I think it set the pace.
So top 3 for me is Mr. Joaba, Mr. Kaifala. The remaining can share number 3. All of them can share number 3.
For me, top 3 would be. You're too diplomatic. You cannot pick top 3 and just
do your own face.
Anyway, number 1 for me would be, but the fact that you said Joaba set the pace, so I think that kind of. But still, Mr. Kaifala, my number 1. Joaba, my number 2. Then number 3. All of them can share number
3. Okay, no, number 3. No. Let me see.
Pick number 3, then I'll pick number. If not, both of us will be diplomatic.
Number 3, I will go with. Who else did we have actually? I know we had the retired AG, and we also had.
We had.
What's this man's?
Kanu Agabi.
Rafsanjani.
So
who was the 5th person?
Who was? Can you imagine? We're forgetting.
And we did 5 episodes.
We did 5.
Mr. Producer, who did?
Please, who was the 5th? This is supposed to be like a teamwork, anyways.
Huh?
SUG. Oh my God! That is definitely my number 3.
So how
Why did we forget?
Forgot about them.
I think because our minds were just focusing on guests, like one guest. You understand? I think
I
that
want to
was
change my I
me
mean
too. I'm
my number
definitely.
one is my number one remains Joaba, but my number two is the SUGs. The SUG presidents, and then my number three is Mr. Benkai
I
Kafara.
think my own number one is SUG president. I
Mm,
think because it was chaotic. It was
right.
amazingly chaotic. We were all struggling for the stage, and it
Yeah.
was really insightful because we could really hear from young people's perspectives,
Yeah.
like younger than us, or
Yeah.
even like in our age range. And that was the only time we really had that.
In
So
our
for me,
age range. Thanks,
no, not you,
thanks,
not you.
thanks,
Millennial
thanks.
Daddy still
Yeah,
remains.
finally,
By the
finally.
way, he's still Millennial Daddy. We are not. That name is not going anywhere. So for me, that kind of stood out because I felt like we were all talking like we were peers.
Yeah.
But with the others, I must confess, it felt like it's like it's my
Yeah,
daddy that I'm
I,
talking
I, I,
to.
I
You
I had that feel.
understand?
Although, during the SCG president thing, I mean, and for the viewers and listeners, we invited 6 SUG presidents,
Yes.
female, to come and
If
talk
you haven't
about.
watched that episode, you need to
I
see
mean,
it.
you need to see all the
Yes.
episodes. Trust me. So we invited them, and they were speaking about corruption in their unit. I know that they tried to make me feel like I was not that old, and I liked it. I like it when people feel I'm not
Please,
that
I
old
need. Are
actually.
you people showing I'm rolling my
So,
eyes? Oh, please.
but all the episodes were amazing. Now, looking forward into the new year, what are you personally planning to bring to the table, not just for this podcast, but I mean also for the anti-corruption, right?
Yeah, I think for me, I want us to reach more young people. I want more young people to know what we're doing.
Yeah.
I want more young people to find this platform. I just want us to reach more young people. Let's have more young people audience. Let's have people, young people like us who want to listen to us because that's one of the goals for this podcast. We want people that we can relate
Yeah.
to watch us, give their inputs. Oh, I think you guys should talk about this. Oh, I think you guys should talk about and bring on also more young people too. So that's what I'm looking forward to personally.
And that's amazing. It's amazing you bring that up because for our viewers, I mean, and audience, this episode is, it's going to be different. You're going to be seeing faces you've never seen before, right? And you're going to be
Yeah.
learning about people that you didn't know existed. They were behind the scenes. But
Yes,
this year
powerful
is not
people.
just going to be me and
It's not
like
just
allow our
all the
faces to
faces
rest.
behind the brand have to be here this episode.
So for me, I think I'm looking forward to reaching more people, right? I want to also take this up a notch. Like I want us to be like beacons for other anti-corruption agencies, but also other MDAs. Let you know that the world is moving fast, and these are some of the new platforms where you can reach people and
Rich
make
people.
positive change. And it's not just about
Yes.
anti-corruption, but we're also talking about morals. We're talking about
Yeah.
economy, business. Making things better because we
Yes.
literally need to make Nigeria
Exactly.
better.
And to add, I feel like I also want us to make the anti-corruption talk cool.
Yeah.
You know, as young people, I was like thinking about it. Our attention span is dead. Like there's nothing anybody can do about it. So I want us to approach this year with a way that we can make young people stay and listen to we talking about
Because every time
anti-corruption.
they see us, everything is
Because what the
handcuff, and gone.
government ICB,
Gone, handcuff.
please
Anyway,
move.
now, so this is what's gonna happen right now. We are. You said you're taking me out to lunch today.
Eh.
You said so.
My memory fails me sometimes.
Is
Can you
when-
imagine? Millennial daddy.
Is when is
Do
when,
your daddy vibes
no,
now.
I beg. Mo fẹ́ jẹun ọmọ, which translates as let me eat the fruit of my lips.
Oh my god.
So viewers, don't go away. What is gonna happen is that we are gonna go for
Yes.
lunch. And then
You'll be seeing
you know,
amazing
you're
faces,
going to
man.
see some interesting
Don't miss us
people.
too much. Oh. These people are you are going to be entertained.
We'll be back shortly.
Yeah.
Stay with us.
Bye.
Welcome back, our darling viewers. I had to leave Ola in the restaurant because he was refusing to stand up. And we are back here. This time, I have 2 background people. And thank God, finally, we dragged them to be on stage with us. I have Kayde and Dari.
Hi viewers, I'm back. Something happened though. That Danny left me in the cafeteria. I mean, ran away. I mean, she ran. She walked out majestically, but is still running away. Now, it's only God that will save me from washing plates. But for now, I'm going to focus on 2 beautiful people beside me in hope that I'll do such a good job that they will press small funds that are going to use to balance money for Amala. Damn me. I'm waiting for you. I will catch.
How are you guys doing?
Very well.
How do you feel to be in front of the
It's
camera?
it's nice to be here. I have my reservation coming on the show, but what will I do when my producer says you have to be here?
Side notes, Kenny is a very serious person, but we had to bring him here somehow. So we are going to drag that seriousness out of him. And we have Dari here. So Dari,
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah, I am. I'm here.
are you happy to be in front of the camera?
Very, very well.
Okay, so let me ask both of you now. Let me start with Kenny. Okay. Between being here, right now we're facing, if you ask me now, I'll tell you that I prefer to be here. Let me be in front of this guy. Because all those, by the way, Kenny is our research person. All the research, everything that we say here, he does the groundwork. So for me, I would prefer talking to my viewers here, like instead of doing all those work. That's too much work. But for you, which one would you prefer?
I would prefer to work behind the scene.
Really?
I would prefer to, I honestly, probably because I think I have asset issues.
Oh.
That's one.
It doesn't matter now. We are Nigerians. We be Nigerians, so you can have your accent.
And again, I'm a very laid back person. And if you are a very laid back person, for you to come in front of camera and talk, it would be too boring for the audience.
For you to come in front of the camera. Okay.
It would be too boring. So
yeah.
Those are the issues. That's why I don't like coming in front. I like walking behind the scene. I think that's my area of strength. So to speak.
This life is not even balanced and he does a very great research work. Because some things I don't like research. Oh God, if you want to punish me, just tell me to be doing it. But Mr. Kenny will do it in his sleep. So now let's ask Dari. So Dari, which one do you prefer?
Well, actually, I also prefer to be at the back room because as I'm here now, I'm missing my camera, the sound.
Running up and down, doing this one, seeing everybody's okay. Yes, Dari works with technical support, everything technical, he does it, which is also a lot of work because you have to be like really that.
Yes. That's where I belong. That's where I want to be.
And we can never tell. You may be trained and you become.
Yes, now even you too.
I'm not a shy person, but I also want to be at the back room.
And there's something with being in front of the camera. It's different from when we are just gisting normally. Some people have this self-consciousness.
The conscious that okay, I don't want to sleep and I don't want to say things that
I don't want to say.
Now see, I'm choosing my words carefully because I know there is a camera in front of me.
Because if you go and miss Yan, I get it though. I actually understand. Everybody has their area of strength.
Hi, hello.
So we finally, Nimi has been coming.
Yes.
Finally. But this man, this your packs, man, they are intimidating.
Yes.
So, ladies first, Nimi. Introduce yourself. Let these beautiful people know who you are.
My name is Nimi.
Yeah.
Nimi, they call me the production manager, but I am just Nimi.
They call you?
Yes, they call me. Okay.
Yeah. And you, what do they call you? Or who do people say you are?
I don't even know. That's the problem. Anyway, my name is Steve.
Yeah.
I like to call myself DS.
DS.
Yes, that's okay. Daniel Steve. Yeah.
Do you have any other S in your name?
No, sir.
Okay, you don't want to be called DSS.
No, it's all right.
Steve.
Stevie.
Which one?
Stepping. Anyone.
Anyways, just like we said, we're going to be, introducing so many people that have been making things work, but we're not seeing them. So, just talk us through the whole process. How's it been for you? Let me start with you. How's it been? What's it been like? And
Anyways, it's been amazing. It's been one stage of growth to another. We've evolved. I remember the first time we knew we were going to do this, we had so much anxiety, we didn't know what to expect. And finally, we're here. We're doing number 6 episode. My goodness, I think we've done amazing so far, and we're still growing. And we hope that there's more. Things will definitely get better.
Sure. So DS, what are some of the challenges? You saw both as an individual and you're somebody that's very perceptive, like you're at the background and you see all of us. What are some of those things you noticed as an individual but also as a group that was challenging for us?
Well, first of all, I'll say funding was a bit of a challenge. In fact, most of the challenges we had centered around funding.
Yeah.
And funding was if you don't get money, you don't feel most.
Hide your face.
Just hide your face. So, but I still want to appreciate the commission for their support.
Yeah.
Because it hasn't been easy.
I mean, the chairman.
Yeah.
Yes,
Chairman.
yes,
It's the
yes,
chairman.
yes.
Thank you
In
so much.
fact, then to the crew members, in fact, even though I was not with you guys all through the end of the year, but
What happened to you, Seth? Where did you go?
leave that place.
No.
You see 177, just leave it. Just leave it.
Yeah,
But we thank God.
Yeah.
I came, and I come.
Okay.
So to my crew members, I really want to appreciate you. Challenges here and there, but we've been scaling through. Our amazing director,
Yeah.
Mr. Bakari,
Yes.
he has been so wonderful.
Yes.
Support is
Please, sir, take your
top notch.
flowers.
Yeah.
And for the podcast, how has it been? How's the experience been? Secondly, did you think that you'd be doing anything podcast?
Honestly, I never knew I was going to be part of the team. But when they said, okay, we needed someone that to be writing, and I think the HOD just decided that, okay, you joined it. You understand? And it's been a learning curve, so to speak, because we had to be trained on how to write and how to present and what podcast entails. But you know, I had my reservation about scripting a podcast show. You understand? In the course of the training, I don't know whether Dari remembers, someone was like saying we should script it and we have to follow the script. And I was arguing that no, you can't script a show like this that is meant for the youth. I was arguing that because the moment you script,
It becomes
you
very
make
rigid. Yes, that comes with saying.
and of course, our target audience, we are trying as much as possible to reach the young people. And by the time you are saying, hello, welcome to EthicsPod and the rest, it's enough immediately. It's enough.
Yes,
so,
you're very
so
right.
we had that back and forth. But at some point, I think we came to a point where we agreed that, okay, probably the introduction should be scripted while we allow this issues to the flow. So and I think we are not there yet.
We're
But
still
of
learning.
course, we are still learning and we're
going to do
evolving,
better.
and of course, we are going to do better. So I'm looking forward to a very robust production in 2025. I'm looking forward to exciting guests on the show, and I just want an EthicsPod where we will take the number one trend on
Yes,
Instagram.
trending.
Yes,
We want
that's-
to be
that's
looking
what I mean.
back.
That's all
This is
social
what these
media.
guys are doing. Yeah.
Honestly,
social
we
media.
need that.
So
yes.
how do we go about that?
That's how I bring you people here now. Who knows? One of you can be doing host and you ginger people to listen. Honestly speaking, because we have to appeal to young people. That's why we're here. We don't want to just be talking about anti-corruption and nobody is listening to us.
Of course.
We want it to be very interesting. We
Vibing.
want it to be. Then how do you think we can do it, Abeg? Is it? Do we have to change how we talk? Do we have to I don't even know. We just need more people to know that ICPC is here. We're fighting corruption in a very flexible way. And just like you said, that most times we cannot do scripts. You cannot do scripts. Where it's like, right about now we'll be doing it to be even Dari, if you were not on this team, do you think that you'd be watching our podcast? Don't lie. Say the truth.
Actually, I may say yes and I may say no.
This
Because
was a very
yes,
political.
the reason is because the introduction, like Kenny said, hello, welcome to EthicsPod. You know, that kind of thing sometimes can just flip me up. And I also agree when we were discussing something the other time. I would say if it's a lady, you know, people like seeing the one fine babe, you know. And if you see that
Honestly,
fine
these people
babe, they
believe
will
that
just like,
a
wow,
babe
let's go
is
to
an
the-
attraction.
And let's yes. If
So
see
you,
that,
if you see a fine babe now, that will attract you to.
I'm married, though. Don't let my wife.
No,
But if I should see a
it's
fine
the
babe,
space.
if I should see a fine
Yeah, I
babe,
get that whole attraction thing.
The attraction will come. Then I want to
you'll be like,
listen.
okay,
Let me
what's
just
this
hear
person
out.
saying?
Yes.
Okay.
And another thing is, you know, the kind of situation we are now, a Gen Z world.
Yes, please.
So the youths, they vibing now. They are doing. We need to, you know, bring it on and let that vibing
Give the
continue.
vibe,
Yes,
But
yes.
you know, if you ask me, right, I just think we may need to introduce some form of comic aspect of because for someone like me, if I go on social media, what I want to watch is comedy. You understand? So I don't like the fact that I have to watch something that people are talking.
That's ironic. I would never would have thought about
Comedy.
somebody like that.
Yeah,
He's so serious that you like comedy.
Yeah, if I want to read something, if I want to read stuff, I know where to go. I go on Twitter. I know there are some guys I follow. You follow the likes of David One, he will give you like 10
Drain
Yes,
down.
yes,
Yes,
so,
proper.
But if I want to enjoy, I want to relax, I just go, let me watch Savino's, let me watch Macaroni. And
Hey, me, I'm shocked though.
So I just
So
feel
a fan
like
of Savile.
yeah, there are some other guys like me who just when they want to while away time.
Comedy appeals to
Yeah,
them. So if
so-
it's not
so
fun,
how
they're
do
not
we
making me
bring-
laugh.
So how do we break? How do
I'm
we
going to
infuse
like
that?
this.
Coming
We need
into
somebody
what
that
we
is
are doing.
funny.
So how do we infuse that?
Yes.
You know, people like drama.
Yes,
You
yes,
understand?
yes.
So any
This last rules,
We
right?
need to give them bad
Oh,
schools.
eh,
We need to, in this episode, we're talking about how we can do better as EthicsPod team, like how we can do better, reach more people this year, have people listen to us, grow our audience. And for you, you're part of the populace. You feel like, oh, okay, if I see something that is funny, I'm going to watch. But that is okay. Is
want
this
to see.
environment attractive
No.
enough? Do I feel like
I
the
don't
most-
want problem. I don't want peace.
You want violence?
Yes.
Ah!
Wow.
So what are some of those things? I mean, standout moments for you. I know myself and Dami earlier we were speaking about the episodes as a whole, but personally, what were some of those stories? You know, share something that would amuse us. What stood out for you?
I think my episode with Francis Kaifala.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the episode for me. And for someone who does the back end work at the end of every production, Francis Kaifala and then Joaba, they were my top two, and they're still my top two. So maybe after this production is done, this one can probably just be my number one. So then for my least production, I'm talking about the least production because of course we need to criticize ourselves before people outside do that. The last episode we shot, the 5th episode we shot was amazing, beautiful conversation. But I think because of my creative mind, because of my creative eyes, I didn't like, the setting, the aesthetics and all of that. But anyways, those are little challenges because I know this year we're doing better.
Definitely.
There will be a lot of improvements in our production. So
So Stephen, now, of course, this is unusual for you to be sitting here. Usually, you'll be back there. What does it look like when we are on sets and you're there? Especially when you think about all the plans that we've had, who we're going to discuss. What does it look like?
Well, for me, Sha, I like to be the clown of the house. I just want him to go to the schmef, the back, to understand. Okay. For the presenters, they're doing a very good job. It's fact. Delectable than I owe her lunch.
Who are you in lunch? The person that left me in the canteen and ran away is the one you're in lunch.
But you have to bear the name, end the name, daddy.
Okay, no problem.
So
Kill
don't-
the daddy. No African parents say when they come and say I didn't kill my own father. No, nobody should pay me. So you know, as you were saying, let me call you.
The background
Yeah.
of especially the studio we are using.
Yeah.
They try a lot.
Yeah.
They give us good lighting.
Yeah.
This and
Yeah.
that. The editing work is perfect and all that. Even some of my friends that watch our EthicsPod, like, una they do EthicsPod, una they do podcast. So I'm like, what do you mean? We don't fit do podcast. Do you understand? A lot of them have tried to go and watch and they're like, wow, you guys are doing well. You keep it up and all that and all that. You just need to tweak a little things here and there. Then before you know, we'll be at it's how they say the sky is the starting point.
Yeah.
That's it.
I feel like as a government agency fighting anti-corruption and all of that, you cannot go all out. Or do you think that we can go? Do you think we can just say, oh yeah, let's just...
Yeah, you know, that means I must be honest with you. The term corruption, because it's even the topic corruption is boring. I must be
I
sincere.
was saying
with
this
you.
earlier.
It's-
We have to find a way to
it's
make this
boring.
interesting.
So you have to make. So and how do you make it interesting? Your people will really want to see action. So how do you
saying?
So like you have issues.
Something that people
here
can,
and there.
young people can
Yes,
relate
can really
to.
get
So
to.
how do you make it dramatic?
Yes. And for young people,
You
like I
understand?
was saying, we young people, we don't have time to, our older generation, even if something doesn't look appealing, they can still watch it. But for young people, if I'm not saying that you're about to entertain it, oh please, scroll. immediately.
Yes.
So we have to find a way to
How
talk
do you-
about
issues of
corruption.
corruption? How do you
In a very
make it
fun
in a formal,
way.
in a formal, in a dramatic way? So
Anyway,
these
that's
are
why we
the-
have our team so that we can all be brainstorming. We have,
Okay,
we have
okay.
to do better
You
this
know,
year.
I'm a very practical person.
Okay.
You say we have our team to brainstorm. What are you brainstorming? What are you doing to do about
This is
it?
probing, no.
So it's not enough for you to talk. Some people will say, okay, and maybe we have to organize a seminar. They will organize a seminar. People will come, talk.
No,
Even
no
if
results.
no action. Even if
As if you
And
know
go.
it's there. You have to eat before you fight corruption.
No, Yoruba will say, Tino laughing.
Exactly now.
Yeah, you must
It's
put
what
something
you
for
eat
Belen
that you
now.
can.
So it's part
You
of
ask,
it.
so what's the
Yeah.
essence of organizing a seminar to address a problem? At the end of the day, everybody will talk about the problem,
But
will
the
not talk
solution.
about the solution. I don't like, most times whenever I go up to cover an event, you see people talking.
Okay, so how are we going to start with this now?
So I don't want us to go back
and just
talk
talk.
about.
We should do talk and do.
Let's
Yes,
talk about
yes,
the
yes.
solution.
Let the action come.
Okay,
in.
this conversation that we're having, when next we want to bring a guest or when next we want to appear on this show, what are we going to be doing differently?
Okay.
This conversation is getting, I'm even feeling hot. Anyways, guys, this was really fun. I think we'll bring in more of our background. Some people are still refusing, but we will use rope and drag them, just like we brought Kenny and Larry. Anyway, we'll see you in the next section. Thank you for being with us throughout this section. I hope you enjoyed the next section. Bye.
Yeah. So, Mimi, I mean, we say you're the producer, but you're actually the producer. And I want you to share your vision, with the audience. Where do you see us by this time, 2026? What do you want the audience to look out for? And how do you expect the team members to pull their weights so that we can take our productions to the next level?
Okay. So first of all, let me start by saying the reason I said they call me the producer, but I'm just Nene. I give myself the credit and I take my own flowers because before production manager, I've been in the creative space. The only thing I wasn't doing was this kind of production. Do you understand? So this was an eye opener for me. Do you understand? And secondly, what we should be looking out, or rather, what our viewers should be looking out for, and from now till 2016, personally, I expect growth.
Yep.
Serious growth, and in terms of the kind of guests that we invite, I expect to see more young folks come on board. I expect to see coppers. I expect to see,
How do we grab them there? And this is not, I'm not just speaking to you now, I'm
Yeah.
speaking to Stephen, because you see, we have this look about us, right? Even right now, as we're speaking, we're tiptoeing and all that. How do we make sure that this thing is all encompassing? How do we rub that fine line between it being entertainment, but also because we are here to speak about
Yeah, you know, corruption. For me, I used to both our director. I said, see, if you want this podcast to prove, you have to remove all the bureaucracies from it. It's one of two things. It's either you take it or you don't take it. So for us to brand those young people, when somebody says something, it's them saying it. It's not us saying it. It is their own pain. Do you understand? But we can just probably change the narrative a little bit. Just tell them, okay, this is how things are done. Because first of all, once they hear ICPC, now problem you don't tire. As in problem don't tire. What is it?
suit and tie.
As in normally, it's not what we're supposed to wear, but this is us. We are wearing white, you yellow, pink. Do you understand? Just relax a bit. In as much as we are serious, we are still friendly. A lot of the people, our viewers and our listeners, the public, they don't know that we are still friendly people.
Yeah, like somebody said he's not sure that all of us that appear, like myself and Dami, that are you guys sure that you're ICPC staff?
Wow.
Like, because I expect you guys to be uptight and everything. I'm like, no, the future, especially on these kind of platforms, that's not what we're
That's
aiming
not-
for.
exactly,
We're
yeah.
trying to say, oh, okay, look, corruption is bad, right? But then we're doing it with an arm around your shoulder,
Yes.
like from the grassroots.
Yeah.
Do you get, like, this
Like
is...
I was telling my auntie, it's not every time you beat your child. There are sometimes you need to talk to that child. Do you understand? There are other ways. There are other ways you can go around disciplining your child. Educate and just keep talking and talking. Because if you use phone, let me give you one story. My papa beat me. Hey God. But he didn't really change
Did
me.
it work?
Well, but you see, eventually, I just knew that, okay, I just made the decision that, okay, some of these things were not nice. And at a point, I was like, I felt he hated me. Do you understand? But, mothers, they don't really beat. But there's one abara she will give you, wallahi, not for them.
So what I'm getting from his conversation right now, I mean, in relation to corruption and what we're doing here is the manner and approach of the message matters, right? And we need to make sure that we're using our platform to speak to people in the language they understand.
Exactly.
Because I'm not here to fight corruption of those people that are 50.
Yes,
Don't
exactly.
go.
Don't go.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Oti
law.
You know, and so the same way I said support law is how this segment has law. So audience, thank you for sticking with us. Now what I'm going to do is I'm leaving the site and I'm actually going to go and look for Danny because we have to split the bill of Danny. So bear with us, and if you come back and see small violence, lock up. Until then, peace out. Viewers, listeners, I'm vexing, as you can see, right? First of all, let's set up a GoFundMe. I don't wash plates tire.
Millennial daddy with no money. What's that one now? You washed plates.
Only you as you are small like this. Fuck more.
Yes, now. Small but mighty.
4 roundabouts.
I'm telling you, please.
And 3 wraps.
Please, and you say that I left him in the restaurant. I don't understand. Am I calling you millennial daddy for
This is part of corruption.
I don't. How is it corruption?
Because
take responsibility.
Wait a minute. Do you remember one of the things they taught us in the academy?
Okay, please.
The fraud triangle. One of the reasons why there's so much fraud and corruption is the pressure that people put on their families and their loved ones when they're in positions of authority. So small millennium daddy like this, you want me to go and rob?
For just small food. I did not even ask you to buy me designers or buy me a house. Small food. I need to retrieve that name. Somebody else has to be bearing that name because you are not living up. Small place that you washed.
That small plate that I washed. I'm still there. The balance is still waiting for me. They just said I should quickly come around.
Oh, please. We're back on set, Millennial Daddy, please.
It's all right.
We are back to be here. We are glad to be here. And we are rounding up right now. This episode has been very interesting. Like when I say very, we managed to bring all our background people.
Most of them. There's still one.
Most?
There's one.
Or two? Or three?
Which?
That are refusing to come on stage.
Oh, it's like 3.
Yes.
Or 4, safe.
Yes, I don't know. It's so amazing
We'll
that
get them.
I don't know. We like the spotlight, but they don't. They always want to just keep making everything happen, and they do an amazing job. Because without them, we would not be sitting here. Yeah. And this year, we are going to give you people back to back. See, it's corruption in a fun way.
Okay, sorry, I couldn't sing that song. I'm not going to sing it.
I just realized that we didn't even do it. Or are we changing the mantra this year? What? No lose guard. It's all about the legitimacy. It's like people, we are stepping up.
Don't lose guard already.
Yes.
Yeah, so, like she said, it's been an amazing episode. We've heard so many perspectives, but how do we consolidate all these ideas, basically into something that makes sense?
Yeah, I think it's all about our approach. Yeah. Like when I was speaking with Kenny, talked about it's not just about talking, it's doing. What are we going to do better? And at the end of the day, the purpose of this is to help people be more aware of corruption and let you know that, okay, this is what the ICPC is doing, and let you also know that it's possible to live a corruption-free life. Yeah. That's what we're all about. So we have to find a manner that we can talk about it that appeals to people, because apparently that's the most important thing. Your delivery matters. How we decide that, okay, we're talking to these people, we are going to tell them a certain way. Yeah. This is what we are bringing to light more of what we do at the ICPC, our initiatives. A lot of people don't even know, and we want our audience to be interested. So we have to make it. Maybe we have to be dancing. What are we going?
Maybe they'll turn us to TikTokers.
Yeah, we should do TikTok.
We should.
We don't used to do TikTok. We have to maybe TikTok. Maybe to make us blow. We have to spread this corruption gospel.
Okay, it's all right.
Like this, you're washing plates now. I've just videoed you and put it there.
I know you're never going to let it slide. That's the fact that it's your fault.
I love the view.
So I agree with what you're saying about, consolidating it and making it more wholesome.
Yeah.
But it's very important that we don't lose sight of the whole business. But Kenny said something again. Talk about corruption is boring.
I tell you.
So I think that we also need to bring up, like stories.
Yes,
Success
real
stories,
life
but then
cases.
real life challenges of how people have done the right thing and it has worked for them, but then also people that have done the wrong thing and how
facing the consequences.
facing the consequences,
Yes.
trying to live a better
Because
life.
it looks like we're just talking about it in abstract. It looks like we're just saying, oh, let people see cases.
What's one of the things that you feel like, and I'm not putting you on the spot, so maybe I'll go first.
Are you
What's
not?
one of the things that you feel like 3-4 years ago you might have done and not think so much of it, but now it's like you're trying to live a better life?
3 or 4 years ago. What was 3
5,
or 4?
10 years?
Okay,
2
let's say
years?
10 years ago. Okay, like something little that I don't do anymore that I used to do probably when I was like growing up or early adult. I'm a Gen Z, by the way, so it's not that far. It's not that.
Sorry.
So it's not that far ago. I used to, this train of you just finish eating biscuit or something, and then wherever you are, you just throw it. I had to stop doing it, and it was more like it was just this consciousness. Now I can't even do it. I go out and I'm somewhere. It's so bad that Nigerians, you're in traffic or express road, and you see somebody throwing something out of the car on the road. How do you expect cars pass that road? So for me, it's always like wherever I go to, and let's say I just finished eating something, I'm keeping it in my bag till I see a trash can. So that was something and I feel it's how at the end of the day we want to make Nigeria a better place. However we can do it, whichever means we want to make Nigeria. I mean, that's my little quota. That's my contribution to society.
And it's super important.
Yeah.
Because they say like little drops
Make an ocean. Yeah.
We have this notion where, how people come to social media and say, oh, you people stop talking about throwing refuse on the ground. Stop talking about respect and human dignity and,
There's
ethics and all that.
there's also something, sorry, I just remembered, is also cutting queues.
It is.
But the reason why I still do it now is peer pressure. I'm not going to lie. Because if you don't do it, you're a mumu. But me, I don't mind being in a queue and waiting till my
I
turn.
think that is one of the biggest bases of where we are as a country today. We are so influenced, we are so bothered.
Corruption
by
is
what
so
people
say. It's also
So
part
when
of
you
the
stay, so take
yes.
for instance, you are at a traffic light at 9 p.m. in the night.
Nobody.
Somebody 2 months ago, I was at the traffic light 9 p.m. And this lady drives up to me, like beside as she winds down, and I mean I'm a Yoruba boy. And
Yoruba demon.
I've
Yoruba demon.
lived- No, I'm an angel, and I've lived in Lagos.
You're trying to convince
for
yourself,
for
but okay.
a while.
Okay.
So I mean, I'm from Ekiti, but I've lived in Lagos. The moment the car parked, I took off. I didn't care about the traffic light. Though. In my mind, I'm like, you want to rob me? Me. You want to come and rob me? But
I tell
this
you.
is the point. Now, we now use that as an excuse to break the law. And it's not just that. To say, oh, if somebody comes to come and rob me while I'm waiting for traffic lights. Oh, if you stand when everybody is queuing.
Everybody is
you're
passing.
a mumu.
Do you know sometimes in Nigeria, yes, it feels like when you're doing the right thing, like just these traffic lights. I think it happened to me today, in fact. There's this particular place that's a bit secluded. A lot of cars don't pass there. You only see Nigerians dutifully obeying traffic lights when there is road safety by the
Somebody
corner
to
or somebody. But usually, so this place is usually secluded and I wait for the lights. I'm not even trying to, but I'm a good citizen, So I was waiting for the lights and all the cars kept passing and going. At the
you
point
feel
I was looking at the light
Did you
like,
feel stupid?
Abi, I'm not,
you
I
feel
felt stupid.
Did you wait?
At the end of the day, I left. Because everybody was like, do you know somebody was even honking?
Of course.
I'm like, you cannot see the lights.
And so that like places value on what we are doing here, but not just what we're doing here, what so many other people are doing, other agencies, right? Which is we need to change the mindset.
Yes.
And like I said earlier, we're not even focusing on anybody that is gone. If you are gone, like if you were alive.
Yeah, so it's what we can
pre-independence,
do
and
now,
it's
yes.
hard because we're leaders of tomorrow and everything. And I've gotten to the age where I'm suddenly realizing that if I don't do my own quota, then my younger ones, my children, what are they going to meet?
Exactly.
And so we need to burden ourselves with change.
Yes, anti-corruption, like being free of corruption is cool. You're not dumb if you're choosing not to be corrupt. If you're choosing that, oh, I don't want to do this. Nigerians would say you're a fool, but we need to make it
we need to make
Like
people know
when
that
you
it's
go
okay.
to an eatery, for instance, and you pay for 3 pieces of meat,
Mm-hmm.
but you find 4. Like how I tried to pay for 2 pieces of meat for you,
You
but
find
you
for
ended up asking
you want them to put it back in the soup. But what will you do?
return it.
To where?
If we had done that, would I be washing plates?
Well, there's that, Sha, but
Anyways, ladies and gentlemen,
Wrapping it up.
It's been an amazing experience. Very quickly, like how we always say, subscribe, like, comment. Also,
Yes, EthicsPod.
on YouTube, watch us, but then also watch Transparency Files, which is another production that we are sometimes.
Our sister production.
Sister production. Sometimes we're there,
Yes.
sometimes we're not. But watch it all the same.
Yes,
You
it's
still see-
always showing on NTA every Friday by 6:30. Transparency Files. You get to see more of our work. You get to see more of what the ICPC does, because people ask questions like, "What are you people doing? What are you people doing?" You want to see what we are doing. Please watch Transparency Files every Friday by 6:30. Make sure to watch our videos on YouTube at EthicsPod. Follow us on Instagram for updates. See more of the team. It's you know what?
Well, we have to put more of the team.
Yes,
All
it's
of
not
you,
just
all of
us.
you behind the camera.
Everybody.
Portray all your lives.
Yes.
Well, until the next episode, I remain Honorable and
And I'm Damilola. No lose guard.
live the legit life.
Yes. Ciao.